really good because over the 2 months, I think we really found out that like our relationship meant really a lot, and it went a lot more than just like having somebody with you.
Because I was really scared when she left that it would just kind of dwindle out and I don't know, the fire would just burn out and nothing would be left when she came back. But it wasn't like that at
And
all.
I was afraid. Well, we were both afraid. Like, will it be weird when I get back? Will it be awkward? But it was just like exactly the same when I came home. Like exactly, it was good.
Even better.
It was better. Yeah.
Finally, after a long term of Joanna being really scared to get married, she was finally ready and we started talking about marriage. And so we decided that maybe we wanted to get married in December or January, which is a lot sooner than we had previously talked about. And so I decided I had to get on the ball with things and get a ring. And so we came up with a date for sure that we wanted to get married, which was January 6th. And so we started looking at rings, and that Saturday we looked at rings like all day. And that night I went out. She stayed at my brother's Davey's house, and I went out by myself, and I just said I wanted to look for a ring, and
Just to like look by himself, so I wouldn't.
so I'd get ideas.
Because I didn't want to pick it out at all. I wanted him to pick it out. I didn't want to have any idea.
But she gave me some idea. But by the end, she ended up liking pretty much every ring, so it was hard.
I just told him elements that I liked.
Yeah. And so I went out by myself to pick out the ring, and I actually bought it that night. I bought the ring, but she didn't know. And after that, I was going to do it. I wanted to do it the very next day on Sunday. And so I planned like at 1 in the morning. I called my friend. He lives in his sister's house at the point of the mountain, and it's a really pretty view. And he has a hot tub out there, and it just overlooks the whole valley on the deck. And so I asked him if we could do it there, and he said yeah. And so in order to get Joanna there, I had to get her up to West Valley where I lived to. On the way back, I could think of some reason to just say we had to stop there on the way back to pick something up. But it was really hard because she didn't want to go up to West Valley. She wanted to stay in Provo. But I kept trying everything. I said, I really want to go. We're carving pumpkins.
Because I was supposed to make a cake for my friend or for my roommate because they were having people.
And
over.
I was like, oh man, she's not going to budge. So it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I called her roommate and said, and I came up with a really good lie. I said, I'm going to tell Joanna that you guys need to get her out of the house. You guys are going to clean her room for her. And so I'm going to lie to her and say that you guys told me to get her out of the house, and that's why we need to go up to West Valley. It's the best I could come up with, but it worked.
It worked good.
And so we headed up to West Valley on Sunday, and we were there. I got everything. Davey and April went and set everything up while we were at my mom's house. And then I had the ring stashed there at my mom's house in the bathroom drawer of the bathroom. And I got the ring out of there and hid it in my coat pocket, and it was really scary because Joanna would come up and like hug me, and I didn't want her to feel the ring box, and so I would block her from my pocket. And so I had the ring, and on the way up, I had Tyson call me, and he said he needed us to stop there. And so we stopped there to say we were picking up some papers or something, and we got there, and she was like, do you want me to come in? And I was like, yes. And so we walked around, and we had it set up. I had 12 dozen roses set up all over, and there was a video, a montage of us, and like journal entries. And we watched that, and at the very end of the montage and journal entries, my last journal entry was that I had bought a ring and that I was going to ask her to marry me. And after that, I got down on one knee and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
And from my point of view, I couldn't understand. I didn't get it why I wanted to go up to West Valley so bad, because we had been planning on staying in Provo to go to dinner. And I was like, why? Okay, and I didn't get it. And so finally, when he told me the lie, I fell for it. And so we went. And I didn't know that he had gotten the ring, because, like, when he went out, he came back and said that yeah, I got some good ideas, but I still need to look some more. And I fell for that. I didn't even think. So he had already gotten it, and I didn't know. And then I kept thinking, I'm like, when's he even going to propose? I have like a test this week. I'm going to be studying like every night. Maybe it'll be next Saturday, or maybe when we go to New York.
I told her I was going to go look the next Saturday again for the ring.
Yeah. And then I thought maybe in New York when we went to New York. So I had no idea that it was coming. And I was just like, when's he going to do it? And I wanted to be surprised. I thought, I didn't know what he was going to do, but I didn't want to know. And so then when we were up at his house, we were carving pumpkins, and all of a sudden he just wanted to go like really fast. And I didn't get it because he wanted to carve the pumpkins really bad. And then once we started it, Tyson called. And right after that, he was like, okay, let's go, we're done, let's go, we got to get back. And also, I remember when he stepped out of the bathroom. Well, I remember he was in the bathroom for a really long time.
Wait, no, this is funny. Over the course of those 2 days, a lot of secret stuff was going on, planning, secret planning. So my only excuse was I need to go to the bathroom, and I'd go talk on the phone in the bathroom. And so she was so confused and mad that I would. She's like, another long bathroom trip.
Are you in the bathroom again?
She thought I like had diarrhea or something.
So he was in the bathroom for a long time, and I went to go like find him because I was just there. And then he like was stepping out, and I was like, well, that's weird. Why did he take his coat in the bathroom? So he comes out, and then he's like, oh, let's go, we gotta go. And I'm like, what's going on? But I didn't think anything. I just thought, why is he hurrying? It doesn't matter. And so we left in time because we had to get back for ward prayer so that we could lead ward prayer as the co-chairs. But we stopped at Tyson's, and we would still have enough time to get home. And then I was like, do I need to come in? He said yes. And we walked down the side of the house and went to the deck on the back. And as soon as we turned the corner, there are just like tons of like long stem red and white roses everywhere. And there were petals everywhere, and the hot tub cover was off, so it was all steamy. And all I could say was, honey, honey. And he was like, what's going on? What's happening here? Let's find out. And so there's like a little path of flowers and petals that led around the hot tub to a table with like silky fabric all over it. And then 2 hot chocolate thermoses with like little marshmallows and Purette cookies. And then there's the projector set up with the projector screen. And he started to play the video, and I started crying, like, right away. And I was so surprised. I didn't know what was happening. So I just started crying. And then what really got me was his journal entries in it, because he knew back in February that he wanted to marry me. And so I was just bawling. And then at the end, when it said, and the best part is I bought her a ring, I like kind of gasped. And it ended, and it was just playing music. And then he pulled me up, and it was like stand up. And then he got down on his knee and proposed. And we were both crying. And then after that, we hugged for a while. And well, I didn't even like look at the ring right off.
As soon as I asked her, she was just like, yes, yes. And we like hugged forever. And then I was like, wait, look at your ring.
And then we hugged and talked and looked at it in the projector light. And then we called up Tyson, and he came out and took pictures of us. And then we started calling friends and family to tell them.